Happy full moon in Sagittarius, a blue moon. Believe in the impossible with this full moon, guys, especially with it being ruled by lucky Sagittarius. Ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is the expansive, good luck, auspicious planet. There's only two in the sky, so they say, and Jupiter is one of them, along with Venus, the benefics. Look at the bigger picture with this energy. With this, when I've been feeding into the energy, this full moon ruled by Jupiter is asking you to look at something from a high perspective. Sagittarius is the philosopher, the mystical sign. Its opposite sign is Gemini, where the sun's shining right now. Gemini, if you like, is ruled by Mercury, the human mind. And then you've got Sagittarius ruled by Jupiter, which is the expansive, philosophical, mystical energy. So with the moon being here, a blue moon, it's asking you to go into a deeper perspective of something in your world. This moon is very much, in my opinion, when I've been connecting to the energy, it's linked to Cancer energy right now. Why I say this, Sagittarius full moon is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter's currently in the sign of Cancer, and it's nearing the end of its year 12-month cycle. And when a planet reaches towards the end, which Jupiter will about the 29th of June, it will have finished its journey. Jupiter wanted to bring in good luck, good fortune, wisdom, knowledge, but it also wants to reward, bring you into an alignment of abundance. Now, we have a choice with Gemini. Gemini, where the sun is shining, is the twins. It's the duality of life. And I believe we come down to this earth knowing that we are going to be challenged. But it wants us to go into a perspective of, but I have a choice. I have a choice. Do I choose love over fear? Do I choose war or hate over love and acceptance and compassion? We always have a choice. With this full moon, I want to ask you a question. Are you blocking your own magic? I'm going to do one of my signature tarot card readings, and it's my pyramid reading, my pyramid spread. Why the pyramid? The pyramid is built upon the strongest base, 4 sides. And it's a magical, mystical symbol. It's also the symbol of fire. Sagittarius is a fire sign. The triangle with the point facing up is the fire symbol. So we have an opportunity to plant something into our world, to create magic with this full moon. Now in my pyramid spread, I'm going to ask, the bottom rung of the ladder of the pyramid is going to be the energy, the overall energy of this full moon. Then the next one will be blocks. What's blocking you from the magic? And the top of the pyramid, I'm going to ask, what is the magic from this full moon? I'm going to use various decks, but I'm also going to finish off with a card from Ganesha. Now, Ganesha is a Hindu god, and he unblocks any blockages in your obstacles in your path, negative or otherwise. Stay tuned till the end, guys. Let's get into the energy. I'm really excited to delve into this. So let's, oh, that didn't take long. Look at the bigger picture. There it is, full moon in Sag, wants to be seen loud and clear. So let's have a look. What do we have? Prosperity lies ahead. I'll pull the cards out. North Node. This is pointing you in destiny. What's holding you back from your destiny? Yep, getting the gist already. Adjustments are required, absolutely. And we have more Pisces energy, balanced spirituality and practicality. And what else do we have? Time to take a breath. Right, okay. So that's the current energy of this full moon. Then I'm going to go straight in and create this pyramid so I can hone in on the full picture. And then with my tarot, I'm going to ask the next question is, What's blocking our magic? Bear with me, guys, with these cards. What is blocking our magic? What do we need to release that might be blocking us from our magic, which is the top of the pyramid with this full moon? What do we need to release as a collective? We have Queen of Wands. We have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Wands. 7-7. There's a portal in itself, Cancerian portal. 8 of Cups. I'm going to pull one final card in this release. What do we have? The 9 of Pentacles. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Hermit. This is Virgo energy. Now, at the top, I'm going to pull the magic, but I'm not going to show you. I'm not going to turn the cards over. I'm going to keep it as a surprise. Yeah, expect the unexpected with this blue moon. In a positive way, guys. Now, that doesn't mean to say we all must be feeling... now, I know what's came out because I've just flipped over. But I'm going to just put them that way. Put them that way. Hidden motivations. Wow. Hidden motivations. Okay, let's get into it. Current energy of this full moon. If I'm talking fast, I'm trying to slow down because we're in Gemini season and I can talk for England anyway. So I get on well with this Gemini energy. Prosperity lies ahead. So the last new moon we had was in Taurus. That came in and Taurus is ruled by Venus, one of them benefics. Again, it's saying, okay, collective, what are you moving forward with? What are you building? Now, Taurus is the builder. It's an earth sign. What are you building that's not aligned with your soul, not aligned with your soul path, what you've outgrown? What are you wasting your time on, your efforts, your money, and they're not reciprocated, meaning you're putting work in and you're not seeing the results? Now, this can be any area of your life. You could be on an exercise program and you're not seeing any benefit. This is saying, okay, it might be a mindset that you're in. It might be something that you need to tweak in your diet. It might be, remember, look at the bigger picture with this Sagittarius. It could be that you have started a new endeavor, a new project, and you're not seeing any results. So therefore, it's saying, are you wasting your time? Are you needing to move onto a different path, change direction totally? Are you basing that new project, that new relationship, that new endeavor, that new thought, that new idea from a place of lack? Taurus can hold a poverty consciousness wound. Lack doesn't have to be money. It can be lack of fun, lack of love, lack of drive, lack of motivation, lack of clarity. So this is saying there's something here to do with your vibration around lack, around prosperity, around fun, joy, laughter. This can also be around food, because Taurus loves his food, or her food, should I say. It's earth signs, it's feminine aspect. And where have you been, again, going back to that nourishment, overindulging? We're very good at looking at lots of social media. And I'm bringing this up because we've pulled the Virgo energy. And looking at being perfect. Looking at that perfectionism. I've got to take that supplement, do this, do that. And you're still feeling like crap. You're still feeling rubbish. This might be an energetic vibration. And it's taken me back now to that energy around Cancer energy I was talking about, where Jupiter is, that's ruling this full moon. Ancestral wounding, emotional. There might be an emotional wound that's still lurking within you where you're blocking your magic. Remember, we're in Gemini season, the human mind. Okay, you're saying, well, how can we bypass this? The word is your wand. What thoughts are you subconsciously telling yourself? It's that analogy that I put out every time when we get this kind of energy is going to put the lottery on, handing over your money and buying that ticket. but there's a little devil on your shoulder saying, but you're not going to win it. It's that old program. So with this blue moon, it's asking you to believe in the impossible. Don't let the past hold you back. This is the ancestral energy. Don't let the past hold you back. The North Node currently is in Pisces, and we pulled a Pisces card, spirituality and practicality, and I feel like this is where the adjustments are needed. We're needing to find and slow down. Pisces is the water, it wants us to flow. That can be hard when we're in Gemini energy because it's air, it's a fast masculine. Where have you been spinning plates, overcommitting, overdoing, not finding time for solace, time to connect with the mind, the body, the spirit, and ground this new energy that we're in, because we're all in a new cycle. It started in February. The whole world was hit by a reset, you included, me included, and our body's catching up. But we have to take responsibility. We have to put these words and thoughts into action. Balance spirituality and practicality. Now, that doesn't mean to say we need to go in to be the hermit and don't connect with anybody, although sometimes that's needed, absolutely. Put the boundaries in. This is asking you where you might carry some wounds around your heart about not trusting. When I was feeling into the energy of this full moon, I feel it's coinciding in with Chiron. And bear with me, guys. Chiron is the wounded healer. It's an asteroid in the sky. And in your birth chart, you'll have Chiron somewhere. I have Chiron in Aries. Chiron is currently in Aries. Now, that just because I have Chiron in Aries, that doesn't mean anything. We're all carrying this wound of Aries. The independence, the lone wolf, finding it hard to fit into this world, where you've been the black sheep, where you've had to fight for your right to exist, where this has created an identity that wasn't yours, but you've taken on something from ancestrally, from the past. This is where the adjustments are coming in. I am going to do a Chiron in Aries reading straight after this one, guys, so look out for that in the description box, because it's time to take a breath. It's time to now know who you really are with this blue moon. It's up to you now. We've all hit a reset. Are you working from old programs? Are you working from old thoughts, old identities that just don't feel right anymore? Where are you needing to ground them now into your reality? Sagittarius, where this moon is the archer. It's a half man, half horse, which also is a Chiron energy. Chiron was, when he was born, he had a wound because he was born half man, half horse. So he was rejected by his mother because he didn't fit in. So he carries a rejection wound. His mother carried a judgment wound. She rejected him rather than accepting him for who he was, from fear of being rejected from a tribe, abandoned, judgment. This is a very deep moon, but it wants you to create magic. Let's go into the next run of the ladder. We have here what you need to release, Queen of Wands. Now, this deck has got two meanings. It's got a lower expression and a higher expression. So I'm going to go into the lower expression because it's asking us what we need to release. Now, in the higher expression, the Queen of Wands, one of my favourite queens, she can represent Aries, the fire, which is that triangle. It's our drive, it's our kundalini, it's our spirit. Now, she's very intuitive, but when she's dimming her light, she gets frustrated, and that goes inside as inflammation and anger. She doesn't know where to channel this, but she doesn't know who to trust. She doesn't even trust herself. So the lower expression is aggressiveness, demanding, dramatic, obstinacy, jealousy, deceit, and self-doubt. Self-doubt. Now, all of these wounds might be around jealousy. you might have been a victim of jealousy, betrayal, abandonment. And this is saying it's time to shine your light. And this is what we might need to release at this point. 4. I'm going to go into that card, number 4. I don't know why it's number 4, but it's obviously, representing the stability. It's representing stability, form, foundations, control, and organization. Remember, the pyramid is the most stable geometric symbol. It's got a solid base, nothing can knock it over. It's time to get grounded into who you really are, because you've been in this energy too much. Now I'm going to pull these cards together. The 2 sevens. 7 of Swords, deceit, lies, deception. And then you've got the 7 of Wands, protecting your heart in fear of deception, but also what you've worked bloody hard to achieve. But this is where you might have closed down your heart. He's got a green tunic on the 7 of Wands. It's Leo energy, protecting your heart, pride. This is a double-edged sword when we do this. If we're constantly in fear, we are growing, we've got all this wisdom and knowledge, and those on the spiritual path and the healing path, which I'm guessing you guys are because you're watching my channel, your vibration changes. But this asks you to protect it, because you can see now that there's a different energy. You've outgrown people, places, and things. And you can become that hermit because you don't trust with this new light. You know that your life is being blooming with abundance and joy and happiness because you can feel it. And that's the difference. When you're in that old ego, you have to see it. It has to be, everything has to be outside of you. But when you're on this spiritual journey, you learn that it's inside your heart. And nobody can take that away from you. And once you've mastered that, you then want to protect it. So you can become very closed off and suspicious about energies. And this is asking you to now walk away from something. You are safe, you are protected. This is the Saturn in Pisces. Walking away to find your gold, your true gold, emotional gold, the wish fulfillment. There's something blocking you. And I feel like it's this energy here. I'm going to go back to that new moon in Taurus, because we've got 6 of Pentacles one side and 3 the other, very practical earth energy. This is actually 6 of Pentacles in Tarot is the moon in Taurus. So something that you've learned about your self-worth and your value, which is brilliant. You've learned, you've grown, but now you might be scared to shine that new light. Your tribe might not be here, or you might fear not fitting in. So there's some old wounds that might need to be released around this. This energy is enjoy the results of your hard work. But you want people there that match your vibration to shine the light with you. But there might be envy and jealousy from the past. That's where you've had to grow. That's what you've had to see. Now let's have a look. Deception. This is the magic. And why it's magic? Then people, places and things where you felt deceived, judged, abandoned, rejected, they've allowed you now to open up to receive this beautiful energy from Jupiter. The abundance of love of life, a solid foundation in who you really are. You don't now look externally outside of you to validate that. You've got it. Well done, guys. And here we have planning and action. Now this is about how you're going to move forward. And this full moon is all about adventure. Don't think that this is going to get taken from you, because I want to bring this card in. You might be having negativity around, now I've got this, who am I going to share my love with, my light with, my joy with? Look at this, hidden motivations. Sometimes we can get bogged down and protect our energy, but when we have built this security within us, you've done it once, you can do it again. Remember, you are the pyramid. You're strong in your foundation. Don't let it dim your light. And this is a very similar energy. Look at this plan for this big castle. Reach for the stars, because look what this curtain is. Look what it's revealing. Again, it's a castle. It's the joy, it's the happiness. Look what you've got to peek into. And those ones that have still yet to receive that internal love and validation, the veil hasn't been lifted yet. So yes, there might be jealousy and enviously, but this is where you put in them boundaries and know that you are protected and you are loved. Okay, let's grab Ganesha and see what the message is from any blockages that we might be undergoing right now. Let's have a look, guys. Full moon in Sagittarius. Full moon in Sagittarius. Oh, well, he will want 2. 3, okay. Decision. It's your choice, remember. Decision. Are you always going to stay stuck doing all this hard work and keep it to yourself and keep yourself cocooned in a house? Or are you going to shine your light and know that you are protected and know that you're worthy of love, stability, safety, protection? Know who you are. Nobody can take it from you. Determination, root chakra energy. This is Aries energy. Mars, the root. This is our foundation. Once we've released our insecurities, we can let them go. And when our mind keeps stepping back into them, we know that we can release them. They're not ours. We have a decision, a choice. We always have a choice. Choose wisely and choose harmony. Look at this beautiful energy. I'm going to read this card with you guys and I'm going to finish this reading. So number 22, of course it is. It's the Master Builder. So number 22, you deserve to feel good about your existence. Remember, that's the Aries wound. The card is symbolic of your personal beliefs and what will bring you happiness in your life. Ganesha is asking you to remember the radiant warmth within you and your energy. Take some time to reflect on your personal values and attitudes. What you believe you will bring. Sorry, I'll read that again. What do you believe will bring you the outcomes you are longing for in order to have a complete and happy life? The colour orange can refer to a period of socializing, activity and new adventures. Orange is the colour of the sacral chakra and it's associated with the sexual organs and reproductive systems. It can also symbolize happiness and love. We store our feelings, emotional and pleasure, sensuality, intimacy and connection in this domain. Now, this is where Cancer rules and resides. It's in our sacral chakra. It's the womb. So there's some maternal energy, some ancestral lineage here that Jupiter's saying it's time to let it go once and for all. And you might think, oh, I've done that. This is energetic. This is deep. Remember, Chiron is reaching the end of an 8-year cycle. Check that out when I read. I'm going to go straight into this energy, guys, after this reading. I'll go back to the card. How deserving do you feel? When you feel like you deserve good, you treat yourself well and require that others treat you well also. When the sacral chakra is clear and the energy is in balance, you are friendly, compassionate, empathic with a concern for others. You will experience a very strong sense of belonging. Feel good about your life. Enjoy time with friends and do what is necessary to bring yourself into alignment with what you really want from relationships in your life. Sagittarius is about long-term goals, travel, adventure. It's time to have some adventure, guys. You deserve it.